Welcome to our weights class. Starting with our usual warm-up. Just swinging the arms side to side, maybe adding the turn, lift of the heel, getting everything moving, checking in with the body. Two more to each side. And then bringing it back in. Big side bends, overhead reaches, whatever you want to call them. We're just moving through the body. Back to center, forward reaches. A little bend in the knees. Not trying to overstretch anything this morning, just waking the hamstrings up in the back. Back to center. A nice big hip circles. Go the other way. Step the feet in together, off the knees, forward and back. And if it feels okay, add a circle in one direction. And the other direction. Bring it back to center. Pedal the ankles and rotate the wrists. Wiggle those fingers and toes. Make sure everything's wide awake. Beautiful. And then we are going to start with a deadlift with an upright row. So starting empty hand or with lighter weights, because, it's our first set. We're going to lower the weights down, hinging at the hip, bring it all the way up, and then lift so that the elbows flare out to the sides and we're coming up a little below the collarbone. Perfect. All right, 1 minute. Here we go. Nice flat back. Remember, it doesn't matter how far down we go. The goal is to keep the back nice and flat and strong. So we're protecting our low back. Beautiful. Breathing. Going slow and steady. Sinking the weight back in the heels. We've got 10 seconds to go here. And done. All right, up next, we are going to put one weight down and we're going to do an overhead reach with a knee drive. So to do a knee drive, it's a little like when we just lift the knee, we do it from usually the feet parallel. For a knee drive, we step back and bring it up. So we're getting like a bigger range of motion on that hip flexor. So we're gonna reach up, pull down, and step back each time. Checking in with how our joints feel. We're gonna do a full minute on each side. Here we go. Beautiful. Now, how far back you're reaching, that's totally up to you. And what feels right in your body. You might feel a little bit of a stretch in the front of that hip flexor in this down position, but our purpose is not to stretch it. We're just getting a little more range of motion, working the glute a little bit along with the hip flexor. 20 seconds to go here. Keep breathing. Almost there. And done. All right. Give that arm a little shake and set up for the other side. Here we go. Beautiful. Halfway done. Remember that little step back? So we're getting that bigger range of motion. Keep breathing. And done. All right. From here, we're going to grab that second weight again. We're going to do a half dumbbell curl with a twist and pour. So we're going to have the dumbbells here at the halfway point. Curl one up, and then like you're pouring a pitcher, and then do the other side. We're just going to alternate back and forth. 1 minute. Here we go. Curl and pour. Beautiful. Very important motion, that pouring. When you have a full coffee pot and you need your coffee first thing in the morning, you don't want to risk spilling. You gotta have your priorities straight. Looking good. "20 seconds left to go." If you're wondering about form on this one, per usual, keep the weight back in the heels, firm up the core, elongate through the spine. And done. All right, up next, we're actually going to set the weights aside all together for a minute and find a spot near a wall or a chair. I don't have one of those, so I'm going to grab my stick. Well, there we go. We're going to do 30 seconds on each side with a little support if you need it. And we're going to do a clock balance. So we're going to do shifting the weight onto one side, tap forward, out to the side, to the back, and then around. And then do it again. We're going to do 30 seconds on each leg. I'll tell you when to switch. Here we go. Tap, 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 and tap. Beautiful. Be careful, especially on that curtsy one, because we want to be mindful of the knees. And make sure that we're taking care of our bodies. Switching sides in 2, 1, and switch. Beautiful. Big bend in the other knee. Looking good, almost there. And done. All right, up next, we are gonna finish it off with our triceps. So grab your weights again. We're gonna do a tricep Y today, which is one we've done before, but just it's been a little while. So as a reminder, they're out in a Y shape, and you wanna go behind the head, slow and careful. Find the position that's right for you for your shoulders. We've got 1 minute on the clock. A little soft bend in the elbows. Beautiful. And again, firming up the belly, tucking the tail, shifting the weight back into the heels. Nice. Halfway done already. Keep breathing. Less than 10 seconds to go. And time. Perfect. All right, that is the end of our first set. So grab some water and we'll do 2 more. All right, bringing it back in, getting ready for the deadlift with the upright row. Maybe going a little heavier on the weights this time. Maybe not, up to you. Being mindful of your shoulders. Let's do it. Nice, steady hip hinge. And then remember, we don't have to lift up super high on the row. We're gonna come up to a little under the collarbones. Beautiful. Keep breathing. "20 seconds to go. Five more seconds, almost there. And done. All right, up next is our overhead reach with our knee drive. The weight on one side, the other knee is the one that's coming up. And adding that little step back, maybe on the ball of the foot. 1 minute. Here we go. Finding the balance. Slowing it down. Nice, looking good. Keep breathing. Ten more seconds. And time. All right, give that one arm a wiggle and set up for the other side. Here we go. I like to try to match the breath with the movement. Get the whole body working, all in sync. But really, as long as you're breathing, you're doing great. Because breathing is the most important thing we do all day. "15 seconds to go." And time. Okay, up next we have our half curl with our pull-up. So grabbing the second weight. Here we go. Sink the weight in the heels. Elbows by the ribs. Curl and pour. Now, of course, you can make this a little easier by bracing the elbows against the body, or a little harder by hovering them out about an inch away from the body. But whatever adventure you choose today, keep breathing and keep moving. "15 seconds to go here." And time. All right, up next is our clock balance. Now you can upgrade this one if you choose by not holding on to anything, or even by adding an offset weight to one side. Up to you what you choose to do. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. And of course, you always have the holding on. And choosing the adventure that works best for you. Switching sides in 3, 2, 1, and switch. Beautiful. "10 seconds to go here." And done. Whew. Pop out those legs for a second. And then we're going to finish off with our tricep Y. So grab 2 weights. And here we go. Keeping that soft bend in the elbows. And checking in with the shoulders to find what position is right for us. It'll be a little different for each person. Beautiful, looking good, guys. Controlling the weight in both directions. "15 seconds to go. You got this. And time. All right, that is the end of set number 2. Grab some more water. 1 more set to go. All right, bringing it back in. Starting with our deadlift with our upright row. One minute. Let's do it. Beautiful. Flat back. Bend in the knees. Nice. Looking good. Halfway done already. Fifteen seconds to go. And time. Beautiful. All right. Up next, we're going to put down one weight for our knee drive with our overhead reach. 1 minute on the clock. And here we go. Beautiful. Slow and steady. Nice. Making the body work. Keeping the muscles under load. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Ten seconds to go. You got this. And time. All right. Other side. Here we go. Looking good. You got this. Over halfway there already. Five seconds to go. All right, time. Next up is our curl and pour. Grab your second weight. 1 minute. Here we go. Beautiful. Checking in with your posture here. Weight back in the heels. Tail a little tucked. Chin parallel to the floor. And breathe. Looking good. 15 seconds to go. And time. Perfect. Okay. Next up is our clock balance. So our options are holding on for a little extra support, doing it freestyle, or adding a weight. Mix and match as you choose. Here we go. Beautiful. Big bend in the standing leg. And switching legs in. Oh, now switch sides. Looking good. Keep breathing. And time. All right, up next is our tricep Y. So grab those weights. One minute on the clock. Here we go. Keeping the weight moving slow in both directions. Not only does it keep the muscle under load for longer, help you build strength more, also protects your elbow and shoulder. Because if we drop the weight, sometimes we can wrench the joints. And that's no good. We don't want to do that. Over halfway there already. Ten seconds to go. Almost there. And time. All right, that is the end of our third set. Put those weights to the side, clear your space, grab a little water, and we'll do our final stretch. All right, bringing it in. And coming back to our twisting, swinging our arms, just letting everything settle, letting the shoulders sink down, letting the elbows sink down, and then bringing it back to center. Inhale, arms up, forward fold, reaching down towards the ground. Pause here for a minute. Big bend in the knees. Inhale, come up nice and slow. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears and relax them down and back. Inhale, arms up overhead. This time adding a little side bend, maybe even grabbing the wrist. Just add a little extra stretch. Only if it feels good. Inhale back to center and over to the other side. Maybe adding that little grab of the wrist if it feels good. Inhale back to center. Exhale and fold forward. Dangle here. Big bend in the knees. Inhale all the way up. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears. Relax down and back. Take one arm, wrap it around like you're giving yourself a little hug, and then twist. Maybe out a look over the shoulder. Up to you. Nice big inhale, and then exhale and release. Inhale over to the other side. Nice big hug. Little look over the shoulder. Staying here for one more breath. A big inhale. Exhale and release to center. Take one arm, bring it across. Doing our shoulder stretch in the middle today. And then maybe looking out over that hand and adding a little nod up and down. Bring the head back to center. Release. Go to the other side. And then maybe that look over that hand as well. And a little nod. Bring the head back to center. Release. Little pat on the back. Maybe grab the elbow. Maybe pull it a little towards the wall behind you. Stretching through the tricep. Release and go to the other side. Release. And we're going to bring the feet out nice and wide. Inhale, arms up. Fold forward. Bend in the knees. Bring your hands down to the floor. And then just do a little gentle rock side to side. Moving through the hips, through the thighs. Pause on one side. Push back into that hip. Maybe feeling an extra stretch through the opposite inner thigh. Maybe in the back. And then take the hand that matches a stretched out leg and twist up. Exhale and lower that hand. Walk the hands over to the other side. Push into that hip. Feel that little extra stretch on the inner thigh. And then on the next breath, the other hand stretches up for a little twist. Exhale, lower that hand, walk it back into the center. Bend both knees just for a second. Maybe even push into the hips a little. And then toe heel the feet in. Come all the way up, nice and strong. Give everything a little wiggle. And that is it. We are done. Thank you guys for coming out to play this morning. Oh,